There's the request an FR-PIN, that's part of the registration process, and there will be a list of registered Dun & Bradstreet numbers that have already completed their registration process with federalreporting.gov. This may be useful to agencies or recipient organizations to see whether their DUNS number, their associated DUNS number, has been registered already with the site. Now, as we go down the right-hand side, the content section of the screen, we can see that there are messages. This will be the place where information about the status of reporting in general and alerts about the system will be posted. In the middle, we see a high-level review of federalreporting.gov and reporting. This is a bit more detailed information than the About screen. Okay, now we'll continue to browse around the site a little bit more. We'll go to the unread messages for the recipient. And here we can see their messages. This indicates that the recipient has successfully submitted 3 reports, as you can see, and has received the welcome message that came immediately after registration with federalreporting.gov. So we'll open those up and take a look at those. So the message is welcome to federalreporting.gov. That's pretty straightforward. Go back and we'll take a look at one of the report submitted messages. This message indicates that the report has successfully been submitted and has been validated by the system. That report should now be available in the reports section, which will be the next section that we look at. So we'll scroll down and we will view prime recipient reports. Now in the contents screen we see that we can search the reports. So we can sort them by award type, which is essentially grants, loans, federally awarded contracts. We can search by award number. We can search by DUNS number. We can search by report status, which includes draft reports or submitted reports. Draft reports would be reports that were saved but not submitted in the online web-based form version. We can search by fiscal year and by quarter. We can also search by reviewed status. The status here is not reviewed, reviewed with comments, reviewed with no comments. This provides functionality to both recipients, prime recipients, or agencies. We can search by funding agency code, by CFDA number for financial assistance, and Government Contracting Office code for contract awards, federally awarded contracts. Now, we see the search results for the prime recipient research results for this recipient in the search results box. In this case, we just have one result. This is a test database, so we don't have a whole lot of data for this particular user. But as you look at this, you can see that the award type is G. That would be a grant. You can see the award number / order number. If this had been a contract, you might have seen a slash with another number following it. You see the DUNS number. This is the prime recipient's DUNS number. You see the status, which is submitted. You see the award amount, and then you see the sub-recipient report count. So this is referring to a prime recipient award and award report, and there is one sub-recipient report associated with that. So if we click on the award number, that brings up another view. This shows the actual report that has been submitted. You can view this report in the field, and this is the information that was submitted during the report creation process. And that was covered in a different demonstration. Okay. This information can be updated in this format, and then submit clicked, and the report will be updated and saved to the to the system. The changes will be logged as through version control. It's also possible to deactivate this account. Deactivate, we don't allow the deletion of reports in federalreporting.gov, but you can deactivate reports. So they're still part of the official record, they're just not part of the formal submission. Okay, we'll take a look at the subrecipient tab across the top. In this, we can now see, in terms of report information, we can see the prime recipient information, which was a grant. This is the award number, the prime recipient DUNS, and the time period for the report. And then we can see a listing of the sub-award. And in this case, we can see the subrecipient's DUNS, the sub-award number, and the amount of the award. You also have the ability to add an additional subrecipient. We're not going to do that. That was covered in a separate presentation as well. But we'll take a look at the recipient report. And here you can see, once again, the header information for the prime information, prime recipient information, the summary of it, and then the actual information that was submitted for the subrecipient. In these fields, there are a couple of other points to note. You have the ability to get more information about the fields. It opens up some information, some context-specific information that describes the information that goes into the field. This is largely coming from the associated data model, but this is included to help you complete the forms, and in this case, you'd be using it to update the forms. Okay. And in this particular view, we can save the edits. It identifies who completed this report and when it was completed and updated, and that kind of information. Okay, we can view or add report comments. We can take a look at this view. In this case, we can see that one of our reviewers received a comment on this. Now, normally in operations, you wouldn't see this. In normal operations, given that we're in the initial submission phase, you wouldn't see a comment on a submitted report. But we wanted to put a comment in so that you could see what that would look like. So there's the report comment, and you can see that the report comments is closed. We're currently in the initial submission period, so you couldn't add a comment on this particular field or this particular report.